Welcome back as we continue right here on Sports Radio 93.7 The Fan, although I don't know if it's on tonight because there's a Pirate post game, and I'm not sure if that's over yet. Andrew, can you clarify that for me? Are we on or not?
I think it is, Bob. The light is not on down the hall. I peeked over a few minutes ago, so I think we are simulcast.
Okay, good. Then I was right
yes.
with my assessment. And welcome back to Pittsburgh CW. It's the Sports Call. It's interesting how this goes in preseason, too, because I was looking forward to seeing Calvin Austin last week, and then he hurt his foot on Friday, the day before the game, was in a boot, he didn't play. Hopefully he will this week. And then we saw Anthony Miller, another guy who was doing well, I thought. He ends up losing his entire season because of an injury. And then today, Master Teague, who was brought in and played really well last week, he's cut because of an injury as well. It's a brutal sport, isn't it, Andrew? And you never know what's going to happen. Just when you figure somebody's about to make a roster or do something special, and then it's taken away that quickly.
Yeah. I mean, look at some of these positions where the Steelers are thin. Outside linebacker, they can't afford an injury there. That would be a big-time blow. If Alex Highsmith went down, Derek Tuska going to go in. I'm not excited about that. I think that that's a situation where you can improve your team. Somebody's going to cut a player that would probably be a better backup for you over the next few weeks. So I would monitor that. You know, offensive tackle is another one. You know, Dan Moore. Dan Moore got to be better in this game Saturday night. I was not impressed by that offensive line from a pass blocking standpoint. It was abysmal, 7 quarterback hits against Seattle. So what is Dan Moore? You know, last year he was okay as a 4th-round pick rookie, but you want better than that, especially when it comes to protecting the blind side of a Kenny Pickett. So I think there's still, for the Steelers, some questions depth-wise on their team. And you got to monitor that if you're Omar Khan, a first-year GM, for players like that to pop up who can make your team better. Not necessarily for starters, but with all the injuries, war of attrition, you need quality backups.
We saw that with the Ravens last year. They were absolutely beset with those injuries all season long. Let's go to Paul in Mount Washington on
Hello, Paul.
the Borders Hotline. What's up, Paul?
Hey, Bob. Love the show.
Appreciate
Hey,
you.
I agree, Pony. To be fair to the Steelers, you know, we don't know how bad Master Teague's injury was. Hopefully he'll clear waivers, and we'll be able, if this new guy doesn't work out, we'll be able to give him another look, you know, because he did come through with some big runs last week in last week's game.
You know what, Paul? I'm sorry, your phone was breaking up, but he's also a really good bruising back for short yardage. But looks to me like Jalen Warren is, despite a fumble last week, he was still pretty good. And all this week, he was good in practice. He may have jumped over Devin Bush. That's going to be something to watch as well. Let's move along.
Jumped over Devin Bush?
Or I meant,
did you say?
Yeah, I have Devin Bush on my mind. Benny Snell. That's what I meant, of course. Let's go out to Mike in Uniontown. Mike joins us right now. What's up, Mike? How are you?
Good. Hi, Bob. Hi,
Hey, Mike.
Hey, hey, you know, I hate to be being a downgrader on this, but how you go grading the quarterbacks and a team for that matter as being super great in a preseason? I think it's totally ridiculous. Thank you for your listening.
Well, I mean, these are games that are just, as Mike Tomlin has said today, Paul, he was information hunting. He wants to see guys in different levels, and I asked him also how long you will play some of these guys, because this, you know, they have a 4 preseason schedule. Normally, the 3rd game is the dress rehearsal. Today, I asked him about that, and he said, well, we're going to just try to get as much information as we can. When guys come out, I will have known, you know, what they are doing or what they're not doing, and I will make a conclusion. But I don't know that you're going to see the 3rd game being a lot more veterans. You may see a lot tomorrow or Saturday, and then I don't know about the last game on a Sunday afternoon here in Pittsburgh. It's very different with 3.
Bob, you know, I'm under the impression right now that I am so impressed. Number one, your outfit's amazing. For the people that are listening on the simulcast, the way that you've put together this jacket with the green tie
now, you know that's
and
my
the
wife.
Checkered shirt.
As Amanda is so strong for you, Lisa is strong to me.
I'm blown away by the sense of style here that you've been able to put forth in this conversation so far. But, you know, what I'm also impressed by, Bob, is you are singing a different tune on Mason Rudolph. For a long time, you would say things like Mason Rudolph is good enough to be a starting quarterback. Mason Rudolph deserves a chance. I'm not hearing that from Bob Pompeani anymore. even though he's been so good in camp.
It's because
I know that you watched Pickett and you were so blown away by Pickett's poise that you think that he should be the backup and Rudolph should be traded
but I think
and
it's
given a
trending
fresh
in that
chance.
way. And when you invest the number 1 20th overall pick, I mean, that
Right.
makes sense. Before that
and you
happened,
would agree that right now Pickett is a better quarterback than Rudolph, correct?
I would say to you that Pickett has a bigger upside right now. I think
Correct.
that so far, if
Right.
you went up there a lot, you would see that Mason Rudolph was the most consistent of the three. And I thought he did well today. I thought Trubisky, I said it earlier, but I thought he was really good today. He
Well, did you
explained
hear
it.
Mason Rudolph? He's very annoyed. Did you hear his media
I was there-
availability?
I was there for that,
He was
yeah.
there. They asked him, did you get a fair shake? He did not say yes. He's very put off
Right.
by the whole
I
situation.
think it's a tough
He
situation when you have three, and especially one of them is a number 1 pick.
But
there-
Bob, to your point, he thought it was a competition. You just said he was the best guy. And what did it get him? Not a promotion, but a demotion to third string. And that's why you've got an irritated Mason Rudolph right now. He doesn't think it was fair.
Well, I'll tell you one thing I don't think is fair either. People have made a conclusion about Trubisky and his numbers. First of all, people count snaps up there. People count incompletions, interceptions. And I asked him this today, and I wanted to hear his answer, and I liked his answer. I asked him about some of these numbers. He said, look, I'm in this position here because I'm aggressive at practice. I want to put people in position. I want to see what they can do. I'll throw balls up, jump balls to see what receivers can do. How else do you know until you do it?
Yep.
And I like that because he said, I'm not worried about those. I know what I'm doing, and as coaches know what I'm trying to do as well. The numbers can be very misleading, just as trying to figure out how long a pass play is up at training camp. Guy makes a catch, then all of a sudden nobody tackles him. Well, how long does it go? You could come up with all these numbers.
Right.
None of them make sense. But you get an indication of how things are going. But I thought that was a good answer. We got to go to a break again, Andrew. It seems like, boy, we need more time. Can you do something about that? You have a lot of clout right now in this town. Maybe you can call the powers that be and ask for 5 more minutes or something. Because we need 5 more minutes, right? Can you use that clout
How about
of
10
yours?
more minutes?
Well,
I'll stay here till
how about
midnight
an
if you
hour?
want me to, Bob.
Hey, it goes fast. I wouldn't mind doing that. Anyway,
Let's get some French martinis in here.
I'm at a bar right now, and off to my side, you don't know what's here right now. You can't see it, and hopefully that camera won't swing over. We're going to take a break. Come back with more of your calls right here at 412-575-2600. It's the Nightly Sports Call.